Today's video, I will share with you important updates in March 2021. Hi, welcome to Newstars Immigration International channel. Newstars has over 15 years experience in the immigration industry, and Newstars is made up of a team of more than 20 migration agents and immigration lawyers who all share the same passion and knowledge for helping people like you to migrate to Australia. The best way for you to keep up with all the news is to subscribe to our channel. I'm Jack, who is a registered migration agent and also a lawyer admitted in the Supreme Court of New South Wales. News number 1, 485 visa rumor has been clarified. MIA has received feedback from the Department of Home Affairs that the same arrangement continues to apply for family members, like the secondary applicants of the subclass 485 visa holders. A person who previously held the subclass 485 visa as a secondary applicant is not excluded from applying for or being granted another subclass 485 visa as the primary applicant. The law regulating the temporary graduate visa subclass 485 has been amended. The change was introduced on 20 January 2021, and there was confusion regarding the interpretation of this new law. One of the interpretations of the law is that this change will limit the number of people who can apply for the subclass 485 visa. If you have held a subclass 485 visa as a secondary applicant on your partner's 485 visa, you will not be eligible to apply for a subclass 485 visa as a primary applicant. However, the Department of Home Affairs has now confirmed that this is an error in drafting the legislation, and the previous arrangement continues to apply. That's a really good news. What a relief to thousands of applicants who were so panicked when the rumor came up. News number 2, concession for family-related visas. Some categories of visas require applicants to be outside of Australia at the time the visa is granted. The department is aware that COVID-19 travel restrictions are affecting visa applicants, particularly applicants for family visas who have come to Australia. The department is taking disruptions arising from the pandemic into account when considering visa applications. Visa applicants are being given additional time to complete the necessary requirements, including any current requirement to be offshore at the time of visa grant. Changes are intended to come into effect on the 27th February 2021 to allow some family stream visas which have been applied for outside Australia to be granted while the visa applicant is in Australia. This temporary concession would be for certain applicants who are in Australia and are not able to travel offshore to be granted the visa because of COVID-19 travel restrictions. The concession would apply to eligible applicants for the following partner and child visa subclasses. Another concession to allow visas to be granted to applicants in Australia would also be extended to eligible parent visa applicants during the COVID-19 period. This concession is intended to commence on the 24th of March 2021 and would apply to the following visa subclasses. Current processing timeframes for parent visa applications would not be impacted by these amendments. Alright, news number 3. Tasmania nomination changes 2021. Tasmania has recently made changes to the subclass 491 and 190 visa nomination criteria. High-caliber subclass 491 category applicants may be considered for subclass 190 nomination. Usually, the Tasmanian government is considering applicants for subclass 190 even if the applicant does not meet the criteria for subclass 190 visa. So the definition of high-caliber applicants. To apply, you must select subclass 491 and subclass 190 on the skill select EOI. You are also required to prepare a written submission outlining the reasons for your request. How to determine if you are a high-caliber applicant? The government will consider the following as positive attributes. News number 4, waiver of application fees. The government has abolished fees for subclass 482 TSS visas and subclass 600 visitor visas. For visa applicants who meet the criteria, these concessions will assist the people who have been unable to travel to Australia because of the COVID travel restrictions, but who are financially out of pocket after lodging applications for visas that they have not been able to use. The requirements of the concession of the visa application fees are like following. News number 5. Australia strengthens the character test. From the 15th of April 2021, the Australian government will introduce stronger measures surrounding character tests for non-citizens applying for a visa to enter or remain in Australia. The Minister for Immigration, Citizenship, Migrant Services and Multicultural Affairs, Alex Oger, has announced the new Ministry Direction 90, Visa Refusal and Cancellation under Section 501, and the revocation of a mandatory cancellation of a visa under Section 501CA. Australia has a sovereign right to determine whether non-citizens who are of concern regarding their character can enter and remain in Australia. The new direction requires crimes or conduct involving family violence to be given primary consideration in decision-making. News number 6. ACCI advocates strongly in favor of returning the permanent migration cap to 190,000 places in the 20 and 21 migration program. Alright, that's all content for today's video. If you like our video, please remember to subscribe and hit the bells. See you next time.